Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this just doesn't work. Wow, what a day, what an event, man. I've truly been blessed. That pivotal moments charity event was incredible. To see some of the legends that I watched, Billy Joe Dupree and seen Steve Berline and Flozell Adams and, of course, my buddy Bill Bates. And Bill Bates is like, you got to come to one of my tailgates. Yeah, well, we're going to work on that together for next year. But, and I can't wait to share some more of those clips and stuff with you. I just got so much footage. I got to go through it and edit it and everything else. But I wanted to actually talk about Stephen Jones. I had mentioned to you guys before that Stephen Jones was the real power structure of the Dallas Cowboys. And part of the reason why I was on the whole Dez Bryant is going to be cut was because Stephen Jones. I've told you guys over and over again. Jerry Jones, founder of the new Cowboys, he was the one who bought the team, put all the money in it, was the innovator, did AT&T. He deserves the right to run the team, own the team, and so on. But Stephen Jones is really running the Cowboys. Now, they're letting Jerry Jones over here be Jerry Jones and stuff. But if you notice over the last few years, pay attention to what Stephen Jones says. See, at the end of the season, he said Joe Boo needs a refill. Well, he didn't say that, but we all know Joe Boo needs a refill. He was the one who started talking about Dez Bryant and basically letting you know, because, I'm not no genius. I'm telling you, I just put two and two together. But when he started talking about the contract and the money that they get, when he started talking about the sideline meltdown, when he started talking about sometimes the production and things, that kind of put me on notice. And like I told you before, when he started talking about Dez, you see he got this cold stare that definitely you don't want to get if he's talking about you. So he is the de facto GM and owner now, I believe, of the team. He also sent a message to Zeke Elliott. You remember about that same time he started talking about Dez, he started talking about Zeke Elliott and kind of put him on blast to let him know that we can't have these distractions on this team. That you got to be held accountable, and it's about the team. And I believe that Stephen Jones is not taking any of these off-field distractions. That's why when he starts talking about Randy Gregory, you hear him say, we moved on like Randy Gregory isn't there. Even if he's reinstated, I don't believe that we'll see Randy Gregory back on here, because I think Stephen Jones is kind of getting away from that Jerry Jones, players going to be players, and those guys that are a little bit edgy. I think that Stephen Jones is trying to run a tighter ship. So I don't think Randy Gregory is going to be back. You see that Dez Bryant is gone. He put Zeke Elliott on notice. And if you notice, it's not from lack of trying by TMZ. The only places you've seen Zeke Elliott is shoe shopping, a cancer event with his mother, and helping kids at a youth camp in Mexico. He got the message. You notice, you have not seen anybody in Dallas in the news for negative stuff. Nothing. I like that. We're seeing Eagle fans and Eagle players that are in the news for bad stuff, and Buffalo Bills and New York Jets. You ain't seeing nothing negative about the Cowboys because the new sheriff is in town and everybody's been put on notice. But one of the other reasons why Dez is gone is something I've been saying for a bit. Because a lot of you say, we're going to be drafting a wide receiver in the first round. We got to have a playmaker. We got to have a number one. You can't win without a number one. But I pointed out over and over and over again. And if you watch this channel enough, you'll look and say, I remember Mark said that, because I know I say sometimes the same things over and over because I've been hit in the head and I've got a few concussions. I'm getting old and having some dementia. But I know I've told you guys, you look at the two Super Bowl teams, New England and the Eagles. Both of these teams were led in receptions by their tight ends. Fact. I've pointed out to you guys that wide receivers that get those mega contracts, the top 10 of them, top 10 contracts, only one of them has a ring. And that's Demaryius Thomas. And he got Von Miller on the other side of the field. So you're looking at what kind of happened a few years ago with running backs, where running backs were devalued. And, the idea was, you can get a running back in 5th or 6th round. It's not a big deal. They're a dime a dozen. Oops, hit my lights. But they've kind of come back in style a little bit. People are realizing, Zeke Elliott did wonders for the Cowboys, as well as some of these other running backs. So running backs have kind of come up a little bit in value. Wide receivers have dropped a bit in value. The Steelers have Antonio Brown. Incredible player. But they ain't winning Super Bowls with them. So when you look at wide receivers not being in, that's another one of those reasons why Dez Bryant went. Because you're not paying that much to a guy in a position that you don't value. And that is Stephen Jones now trying to play football moneyball. So we'll see how it works out. Maybe we'll finally get that ring after all. But definitely, Stephen Jones is now in charge of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys. Hope you guys tune in tomorrow night for our live stream. At the pivotal moments, I got some more autographed shirts that we're going to be using for giveaways to help raise funds. I mean, we're talking about Flozell Adams. We're talking about another one from Bill Bates. We're talking about Steve Berline. We're talking about Billy Joe Dupree. As well as some others. So, we're going to keep on raising funds and stuff for this tailgate because we're trying to make this thing huge. And with your help, we certainly will. And I know we got a lot of people out there who hate Dak Prescott. And one other thing real quick I'm going to put out there. I've seen some people who've said, I hope the Cowboys lose it all next year. They got a star on their profile picture. But they're saying, I hope the Cowboys lose. Dak Prescott, I hope he ends up, blowing his knee out. I hope he just loses. Well, it's like, are you really a fan of the Dallas Cowboys? Are you really a fan? Because you certainly don't act like one. But anyway, we have our Dak Prescott. That's Lyle Collins. Got so many things autographed, it's ridiculous. Dak Prescott. We're using this shirt right here. It's autographed by Dak and actually authenticated by Emmitt Smith's company. We're doing a special drawing for that next Friday. And if you want to be part of that drawing, we're looking for donations to help for our draft trip. And if you go to the top corner of my homepage, click on the blue P, you can do a donation there. Or if you go to my website, and definitely go to my website and check it out, cowboyjoeboo.com. Scroll all the way down, you'll see a donation button on there. Any donations of any value will enter you into the drawing, which we will do next Friday night. So as always, friends, thank you for watching and supporting the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys later.